This is MATRIXLORD12 and welcome to the Gamerscast. Alright, so I want to talk today about a question that a lot of people have had. Is shovelware games gone? Okay. The answer is no. Shovelware games are not gone. Just certain companies are gone and certain companies are going. But as far as shovelware going completely, it doesn't appear that that's going to be the case yet. Okay. Now again, there are reasons behind why Sony is choosing to eliminate certain companies. There are things behind the scenes that happen that we're not aware of, where companies will get warned or companies will be told, and some companies they can't even reach. Maybe they're foreign companies or something like that, and Sony makes a decision to get rid of them. I guess they give them notice, right? Like 30 days notice or something, and then in some cases like Zidalon, they cut it short before the time. But people have been on TikTok too have been very vocal about shovelware, as well as YouTube. Even some people that were part of competition, currently competition. Here's the thing, and I keep making videos about it, but I keep getting more and more hatred. Okay, I don't think that shovelware is going away. I think it's sort of reforming. I think that all the companies are not getting eliminated. I just think that a whole bunch of them are. So what happens is when Sony eliminates companies, we've seen this happen already. When they got rid of Thigh Games and when they got rid of Nostra, other companies expanded, right? And they started flooding the PlayStation Store. And they started, if they put out 1 or 2 games, then two big games became 4 games, then it became 6 games, then it became 10 games a month or more. So someone took the place of the other company that was flooding the market. And I guess those companies wound up getting punished. And then you got a whole new round of companies that are going to be eliminated. Comes, I guess, August, which we're not sure what the exact date is, right? But we were, Rob had told me that there are new companies that are going to be eliminated. And then we had some confirmation on Twitter, on X, some companies speaking out about it, saying that in 30 days they're not going to be having PlayStation games out, and it's going to mess up their plans, whether they're still going to release stuff or not. So that's where we're at. Now, there are some people out there that is not in competition, that they love it. It just doesn't bother them. They're not in competition. So they're like, yeah, run it out, shovelware slop. And then there's other people that are mad about it, right? Because I don't see why singling out a whole entire category is a good thing, right? You're obviously trying to push people into another direction, and the way Sony operates, it doesn't work usually, because people are now rebelling, right? They don't like to be forced into something they don't want to do. They don't want to be forced into only buying digital and not physical copies. So they're rebelling, right? And that's going to affect the bottom line. It's going to affect Sony, right? Because the sales are not going to be there, or they're not going to be there as much. Same thing with shovelware. People buying shovelware, people are using it for competition. There's going to be people that push back. And ultimately, the consumer decides the direction of the company. If the consumer pushes back too much, then the company changes its business model, or it goes out of business. This is what always happens. The company could adopt something new and the consumer rejects it, then they're screwed, right? And if they don't listen, the company, how many times have you seen a company go in a completely different direction? The consumer was not for it, they didn't care, and they went out of business, right? It happens all the time, right? We had things like in the toy industry where there were companies that were making exclusives, which brought you into their establishment. Then they stopped doing exclusives. Then there was no reason to come there as a collector because there's nothing for them to latch on to. So they would go out of business, or they would decide, oh, if it was a department store, these departments were going to make 35% more in our store than what we had before, and then people don't like those departments, and they wanted the other ones. Or like say another department store, they do away with physical media. Now that electronics department, is it taking a loss? Is people upset? It makes no sense to me. I never understood that. Like, I would go into Target and I'm like, do you have DVDs or Blu-rays? And they're like, no. And I'm like, but you have vinyl records. They're like, yeah. Records were like from the 80s. And then they did away with them. But now they're back. But you don't have CDs. You don't have DVDs. You don't have Blu-rays. But you have records. So you wait a year or two, and then there'll be DVDs all over the place again, because this is what's happening, is that the companies think they know what the consumer wants, and they don't know. And then what happens is the DVDs will come back. Now, as far as Blu-ray goes, Blu-ray is Sony, and Sony's stopping Blu-ray, so they're hurting themselves, because guess what? Then people go to DVDs. Bottom line. Or somebody will invent something like a DVD that Sony didn't have and sell them because people want a physical copy, right? So this whole thing about Sony thinking they know what we want, well, how many times did they try to do AAA games and they think they know what we want, and then it comes out and it bombs? It's amazing how one game could cost $1 billion loss, right? That's amazing, right? Imagine a series of games coming out causing billions of dollars worth of loss. See, they think they know what they want. Just like, maybe it was a good idea at the time for Xbox to, not have exclusives anymore and share it on Sony, and then they realized, what the F are we doing? We're destroying our own console. No, Halo needs to have new games. Gears of War, and Sony can't have it. It's got to be exclusive. That's smart. Like, you need to bring someone into your console, into your product. So if Sega came back, then nobody could have new Sonic games. They'll put Sonic games out for Sega on a Sega console, or they'll do other Sega properties on a Sega console. Like, you got to get something that's going to catch the consumer into buying you and to create a demand. But you cannot dictate to the consumer the direction that you want them to go. It doesn't work all the time. It doesn't. And Sony is trying to do that. They feel that they could push the consumer where they want them to go. But it doesn't work. They don't want to spend $1,000 for PS6. They want to have a disc drive in there. They don't want to do that. Okay, then they move on, believe it or not. You see, no company is indestructible, right? No company is indestructible. Somehow, some way, companies find a way to screw up and phase out and not rebuild, right? So, and companies make mistakes, like Nintendo hiring Sony to make a system, then screwing them over. That gave birth to the PlayStation, right? Okay, now Sony screwing up will give birth to another console, another system, another whole gaming experience. This is the way it is. Okay? And whether Sony survives somehow, like maybe movies or maybe, I don't know, product or something, maybe it will survive. But again, they weren't going to get into gaming until they were hired by Nintendo, and Nintendo screwed them. So now they don't see it yet. They don't see it yet, but it's leaning towards them losing the whole gaming thing point and customer base. There's a lot more people angry at Sony than love Sony. You know, and then you got to think of other things too. Are they pissing off people more and more each day? Yes, because they have no idea what's going on. The security's terrible. People getting hacked. That's not good. They're not fixing it. People want physical media. They're not giving it. People want sequel to games that they want. They're not giving it. They're giving us this other bullshit that they think what we want, and then people are not buying it. So it's just a matter of you don't understand that people like to collect. They like to collect collectible stuff, action figures. They want to collect the games. They want to collect the steelbook. They want to collect, and you're taking it away from them. Not everybody wants digital. Like, all right, I buy digital, but guess what? I'm more inclined to buy digital of, like, say, Shovelware than a physical AAA title. I tend to buy a AAA title, physical copy, right? So, like, I did have the exception where I did buy big enough games for me, and then I got screwed because I got screwed. Yeah, I got screwed when I bought the digital copy of a big name game because for some reason I think I bought the digital copy of Turtles, right? Shredder's Revenge for PS4. And then they're like, oh, we're going to give you PS5 because it's an upgrade. Okay. And then all of a sudden it went on PS Plus. And then they took it away from me, PS5. And I'm like, you said it's a free upgrade. I bought the PS4. So they can't take away the PS4, but they want to take away my PS5, which, didn't you say you get a free upgrade? Now you want to take it away? I did buy God of War digitally when it was on sale, but I regretted it because I wanted the physical copy. I wanted to buy Ragnarok physical copy. I probably will buy God of War again, but like physical copy because I don't like the notion of people in control of my library and deleting stuff. And that's the way it is. It's like if it's digital, you don't own it, they take it away. They have the wrong wording in there because they want to scam the public, but in my opinion, but if you say buy, it's buy. Meaning you have it forever, not, you're renting it. If you want people to rent it, you say rent. You're not saying that, so you're trying to deceive. So, I'm not thrilled with Sony lately. I'm not happy with Sony lately, but I'm still competing. I'm still on the leaderboards. I'm still getting games. I'm still doing my stuff. But I'm getting heat from people because people just, either they're trolls, either they're genuine haters. But the heat I'm getting from people is kind of interesting because these people that are jealous are not competing. They don't have thousands of trophies. And they're jealous because they're worried about what I'm going to become. Am I going to be famous? Am I going to become a millionaire? Like, they get grimy about it. They get grimy about it when they look at my TikTok and they're like, how do you get so many views? And they think, oh, let me bash MATRIXLORD12 on TikTok because, the attention's on him. So now the attention will be on me bashing him and maybe I'll get some followers. This is what I constantly get until I block them and then they're done. Right? So, and then this one idiot on TikTok, he's like, I don't have time to look at your trophy list of thousands of Shovelware games. Well, you don't know what it is because you're lazy and you don't want to look. So how would you know? When you assume, you know what that means. So, you show your intelligence, basically. And you're a lazy fuck and you don't want to look through my shit because you don't want to be proven wrong and get embarrassed. So you're just going to talk shit out of your ass that you don't know anything about. And that's what most of these people on TikTok are. They want to become popular with my name. They want to become popular. Same thing on YouTube. I got people too. I get these fucking people that, try to knock me, troll me, bash me, use my image. Anybody that uses my personal image or my mother's image is the biggest fucking loser in existence, the biggest failure. Because if you got to use my image to get popular, you're pathetic, honestly. And especially if they try to carry a podcast and they got like 4 views and for 3 hours. I mean, if I want to go to motherfucking sleep, I'll watch that Bash Fest of me because that will put me right out. Boring as fuck. But anyway, they've never made it on their own. Nobody knows who the fuck they are, but they'll know them if they bash MATRIXLORD12. So that's why they do it, to get popular. But they're not getting popular. They look like a bunch of idiots, actually. Yeah, that whole group. Yeah. Same group that invited me to a Facebook chat about my dead mother. Those losers from the UK. Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of losers out there. Former members of mine, fucking idiots, dumb as fuck. Some more recent, just stupid fucks. And I don't have time for that nonsense. You know? Like, they're nothingness until I bring them up, right? And again, I'm going to continue doing what I want to do. At my pace. I'm going to do my gaming. I'm going to buy what I want to buy. And I'm going to see haters every now and then. And people bullshit me. They're making it like they're asking a question. You're not asking a motherfucking question. First of all, let me give you an example. People, if they want to know what the fuck I'm playing, they could easily go on the PlayStation Network and they'll tell them, this is what MATRIXLORD2 is playing right now. Bottom line. They'll tell them when I'm playing it, what time I'm playing it, right? How far along I got. You go on PSN profiles, you could see what I'm playing at the moment, what my last trophy was, what my last AAA was. You could actually use the site to navigate to just find out what was my last AAA, what was my last ultra rare. It's very simple. You could Google it, and Google will tell you in some cases how many platinums I have if it's updated. So it's not a secret what I'm playing unless I make it a secret, unless I turn off where no one can see me, right? But if anybody wants to know what the fuck I'm playing, they could easily, with this technology, I make it easy for them to just know what I'm playing, when I'm playing it, what I'm doing. And again, I can hide it, like some, or I can make it like, you know, I appear offline, but I'm online. And then I could just, wait the whole 24 hours and then upload show all my, you know, platinums for the day, but I don't do that. I don't do that. And I live stream too, you know what I'm playing. So there is no secret. When someone's like, when you have someone that's been in the leaderboards forever and tells me, what was the last time you got a AAA? You know when the last time I got a AAA. And I'm well aware of it too, like, you're looking to create a situation. You're looking to bash, you're looking to knock, and I don't get it. Some people, I don't get it. Some people, if you're not in competition and you want to be in competition, just be in competition. Stop the theatrics, stop the bullshit, stop the hating, stop getting jealous of people that close to you, trophy count. Just be honest. Stop the bullshit. You're reliving the past, you're showing your old glory, but then you're not doing anything now. I don't believe in any of that. I don't believe in any of that. So, if there's people that don't know, yeah, okay, what was the last trophy you got? Or what was the last AAA you got? That's fair. But if someone's been in competition forever, I don't believe that question. If someone that like continuously digs or knocks, is jealousy there. There's stuff going on there, and I don't believe it. I don't believe those questions are genuine at all. And some people, like, they think they know everything. And they're battling me. They're like, Shovelware is going away. I'm like, it's not. Then they mention a company. I'm like, well, dumbass, I talk to that company regularly. And guess what? They're not. So shut the fuck up. Talking out of your asshole. There's some people that want to be like they know everything and they don't know shit, honestly. I've had that my whole YouTube career. I've had that in the Doctor Who community where people talking shit and they didn't know a goddamn fucking thing. And I exposed them. And then it got really toxic, the Doctor Who community. But everything I said was proven. And even lately, past couple of months, people are proving everything I said right when people said I were wrong. With Doctor Who, that the scripts were written. They were ready to go, just like Russell said, and then Disney didn't go. Whenever I said he handed in the scripts, they're like, there's no way MATRIXLORD's right. No way he handed in the script. He did. He did, and people wrote scripts for him. They all handed it in. They were all done. The season was done, written-wise, season 3. And they just can go ahead. I didn't lie about that. I heard that insider information. I heard stuff too. There was even stuff on the interviews he talked about, and it was all true. And guess what? Who Culture confirmed it. So, like, you want to make it like MATRIXLORD, I don't know what you're talking about. Guess what? The main actor said he was going to do a season 3 soon, and he was going to film. And guess what? They cut that short. So guess what? If the actor that plays the Doctor thinks he's going to film season 3, and MATRIXLORD12 reports that he's filming season 3, he's going to be, then things could change. Yes. So I was right all along. It's not my fault that Disney decided to like cancel. All of that was going to happen. Everything was going to happen. How many times did I say that the Daleks, that Ncuti Gatwa was supposed to do a season 3, and his last story was going to be a Dalek story. He was going to get killed by the Daleks and regenerate. That was always the plan. It was always the plan that the Daleks were going to be a big thing in season 3. Maybe even in multiple episodes. Maybe the whole season arc. Nobody wanted to listen until all of a sudden, past couple of months, people like talking shit, like, and then all these videos are popping up that was the plan. And nobody says a goddamn fucking thing that MATRIXLORD12 is right. Oh no. All these motherfucking experts, all this shit. They don't know shit. Anybody also that says that they knew what was going to happen, that they knew when Disney was done, is full of shit too. Because guess what? We knew like the last day of the fucking boardroom meeting. So if you said that Disney was done a year before the last meeting in the boardroom, you're full of shit. You got it right, luck, but not because they were still negotiating up until a certain point. So you're full of shit. Just like I'm going to guess that Doctor was canceled in 2013, 14, 15, all the way up until 2026. And then finally, oh my God, I'm right. I've been right all along, guys. I've been fucking talking about it for 15 years. You're a moron. You're a moron. Dumber than a brick. Dumb than fuck. Moron. And anybody believes that, a bunch of fucking morons too. It's like saying, hey, this species is going to be extinct. Maybe you see that the thing's going to be extinct. And then every year the species goes down. And then 20 years later, you're like, oh, wow, this guy was right. Give me a break. Give me a break. That's fucking stupid. So I've dealt with a lot of hatred from the Doctor Who community, the movie community, from the gaming community, every type of community. And there's always been people jealous. There's always been, they don't like me talking. They don't like whatever. They're jealous of me. They want to bash me. They want to knock me. They want to destroy me. And you know what? Every single thing that's been done has failed. The worst has happened already. I even had my account hacked that time. Got it back. Right? Everything that could possibly happen happened. And someone had PlayStation profiles went against me that time. It's all happened. We had trolls that were rookies. We had experienced trolls. And we had corporations that were trolls trying to destroy me. We had nobodies on YouTube to somebody's on YouTube trying to destroy me. That didn't fucking happen either. People are going to try. Now we got TikTokers trying to destroy me. Basically. I'm going to fucking be here. Okay? I am doing everything possible to be here a motherfucking long time. So, you know, some people are grateful that I'm like, my health is improving and whatever, and they're happy to see me. Others are not, you know, that's fine. But I'm going to fucking remain. You know, they say he who remains. Yeah, well, probably going to be me. So, I'm not going to say I'm sorry for going to get 12,000 platinums. I'm not going to say I'm sorry to get 13,000 platinums. I'm not going to say I'm sorry when I get the number 4th spot or number 3rd spot in America or number 1. And I'm not going to say I'm sorry when I'm number 1 in the world. I'm not. I'm going to fucking put it in your fucking face for all those haters out there. I'm going to shove it in your fucking face. And even former assholes that used to be in my group that are lately trying to get at me through a picture of my mother, those low life losers that never grew up, you're going to see me everywhere, motherfucker. I'm going to be rich and I'm going to be famous and you're going to fucking eat it. Okay? So you keep showing your little bullshit and you're 2 years old, then now you're 30 or 27, and you're using my image and my mother's image, and you're knocking my mother, and you're knocking me, and then you're doing AI and my mother and my father, trying to break me that way. Karma is going to get you up the ass 3 ways. The amount of suffering that you're going to have is insurmountable. Because God doesn't like ugly. You will have the worst life ever because of your trolling. Guarantee it. It's not even from me. It's from the man upstairs. It's going to fuck you up. So, it's not from me. It's from God. You try to hurt somebody, when you try to do bad things, karma is going to fucking get you. The amount of suffering is going to be unbelievable. Unbelievable. But anyway, that'll be a show with popcorn. Honestly. Hysterical. And you know what? I don't feel bad because they deserve it. They deserve it. Every fucking move they made. Anytime they created a fake account, anytime they tried to destroy my reputation, anytime they tried to destroy my books, they're going to get it back triple. I believe it. I'm not even going to do a goddamn thing. Nothing. Not going to do a damn thing. Let them go and do their thing. Let them talk about MATRIXLORD12 until they're 40, until they're 50. Let them be a bunch of crybabies in the UK, crying like a bunch of bitches, and never let them live with their parents till they're fucking 60 or 50 or whatever, and they inherit the house. Let them be out of work. Let them be whatever, a bunch of losers. Maybe they're on drugs. Maybe they're fucking whatever, or maybe they're alcoholics. And they just want to hate on MATRIXLORD12. Let them. That's their path that they chose. I would think you take a different path. I would think if you want to be famous, you do it on your own merits. You do it on your own reputation. You don't try to become famous off someone else. But there's some people out there that will go through your garbage. There's some people out there that will stalk you and follow you and try to pull some shit on you. Stalkers out there. It's crazy. But anyway, this thing is about shovelware, right? Honestly, it's not going anywhere, guys. Shovelware's not going to go anywhere. Maybe it may get down to like bare minimum, but I don't think it's going to ever be completely eliminated. If it is eliminated, I will come on here and say it's eliminated, but it's there's so many companies out there making games right now. So many. And even if you eliminate other ones, new ones are rising all the time. Sony's giving them the platform. Sony's letting them expand until they get too big. So you've got, we heard that some companies may be going under in the next couple of weeks, in August maybe. I don't have a list, but I have an idea. And I wish that Sony would reconsider, but they're not. So buy up while you can, And people also commented too, like, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What am I going to do? What do you mean? What am I going to do? I'm a competition. It doesn't matter. Companies go out of business. Buy games and you beat games and get platinums. And they're like, well, you're never going to get a lot of... Who said? I'm a nut. Who said? I got so much in my library still. I'm Shovelware that companies are out of business already. Got over 1,000 games sitting there. Over 1,000. So it doesn't matter if that company's gone. I got most of their games. They all. I just didn't play them yet. Now, some cases I missed the boat on some things. That's fine. But you really won't be able to tell the difference until I get rid of my backlog, right? Then you can get, like, maybe you can calculate, oh my God, when is MATRIXLORD 12 going to slow down with platinums? Well, if I finish my backlogs completely, just calculate 1,000, I guess calculate 1,100 games, and then we'll see if you want to do it that way. But it won't be accurate because I'm still buying games. So there you go. Honestly, am I going to stop at 12,000? No. Am I going to get 12,000 soon? Probably. Do I have days where I don't get anything? Sure. Did I get any platinums today? No. I will. I was thinking I'd probably get up to the 40th, right? 11,940. And then I have 60 to go, right? If I got 1,000 games in my backlog, that's easy, right? If I concentrate on it. I think I'll have it before July is over. Yeah. Will I go crazy into the next batch? Well, I usually take off, right? So if I got like 12,000, probably a day or two, right? I don't do shit, right? And then it's back to making lists for the next 25, right? So I split it in quarters, right? I mean, today it would be nice to get up to 50. I got a list. List is, list is going to change because I just bought some stuff today. So I could get up to 50 if I wanted to, but I'm doing my quests, right? So I'm not. That's the thing people don't understand. I have the games. I just got to sit there and beat them, right? So don't think, oh, he has nothing to play. I have tons to play. It's just I want to do what I want to do. Like I want to do Pac-Man Museum Plus. I want to do Sly Cooper 1. I want to do Dead or Alive 5. Like I want to do quests besides just Platinum City. Besides just trophy hunting. I want to do quests. Make it interesting for myself. So that's why I'm not past 50, 75, 12,000 platinums. Because it isn't just about competition for me. It's about doing what I want to do and having fun. You can't make it where it's not fun. It's got to be fun. Even if it's serious at times, got to make it fun. So Shovelware, as of today, what, July 19th or the 20th? What's today? The 19th? As of July 19th, 2026, Shovelware is still here on PlayStation Network. We'll see what happens next month. But you just got to know where to find it. You got to look at the price points. You got to look at different things and know where to find it. And you can still buy stuff, buy tons of games, get tons of new Shovelware platinums or whatever if you want it. And it's right there. They're in the PlayStation Store right now. Right now. So let's see what comments we get here today. Thank you guys for all your support. I'm going to be doing my gaming now. Probably going to make myself some coffee. So I want some coffee. So Obsession, by the way, the best goddamn horror movie I've ever seen this year. Like, I saw Weapons before that. Like, two fucking great fucking movies, honestly. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you got to see Weapons and you got to see Obsession. And I am going to be doing podcasts on it. I'm going to grab the real Hoovians, whoever saw Weapons and whoever saw Obsession, if it's Scott or it's whoever, that I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be doing movie reviews too um, on the Everything Show. So at some point in time, I'm going to be doing that. I do plan on seeing Evil Dead Rise next. Well, and I don't know if it's exactly next because I want to see Smile. There's a whole bunch of movies that are horror that I want to see, and then there's other movies I want to get caught up with too, right? So, but I'm not. That's not the main focus. The main focus is my gaming today. Back to business, right? Back to gaming. I'm gonna try to get some live streaming done. Wish me luck. See me on TikTok. See me on YouTube. See me on live streaming. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.